Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. Today we are putting together kind of a little bit of an impromptu game. We just kind of threw it together this evening. We are going to playtest the rules from the Lamentations of the Flame Princess playtest document 0.1, which James put together last month, and I received a few days ago with my most recent order of print materials from the LotFP website. So we are going to be playtesting these rules using the classic Tower of the Stargazer adventure module. It's the first time I've run it. In fact, I just read it about half an hour ago. So bear with me if I make some mistakes or screw up. Also, if you are interested in playing in this adventure and have not done so yet, you may not want to watch this any further, as there will definitely be adventure spoilers to follow. So guys, I will just real quick, I've got Andrew, Dave, and Lloyd here, some Lamentation mainstays from my Lamentations group. They each have a couple of characters with them, but if you guys just want to go real quick and just like in one or two sentences tell me who your character is, we will start with Lloyd.
Yep, so actually I should do this. The first character that I'll be playing tonight, I assume he'll die, is Venatori. He's a plague doctor, using very questionable means to heal people, and making sure that no blight spreads by killing everything he sees.
Perfect. Okay. Dave.
Silas Miller, who's a magic user. He was the local miller of his village and started investigating magic and was thrown out by the local people, who then got invaded by bandits and killed. So he managed to avoid that one.
Excellent. And Andrew.
I am playing Piercy, who is a fat specialist who steals.
Fantastic. That's excellent. So, the three of you have formed up in an adventuring party, of course, on the very traditional Lamentations quest of treasure hunting. So, in your travels recently, you have been traveling along a country road, and you saw a very unnaturally frequent lightning storm, frequent lightning strikes in a particular area in the far off hills, even though there's not a single cloud to be seen in the sky. So, of course, having had your interest piqued, you decided to get a little bit closer to investigate. And what you found is a tower situated in the middle of a hilly region about 15 miles from the nearest town. The tower itself, as you can see, is about 80 feet tall. It seems to be made of solid stone blocks with no visible windows. And there is a set of stairs leading from the ground level up to the double entry doors of the tower. The top section of the tower from here resembles a globe, with the top half of the globe made of what looks like layered metal plates. Around the rim, where the metal top half meets the stone bottom half, there is a ring of steel spikes that stick up from a stone lip. There are also four 40-foot tall solid steel spikes jutting out from the ground around the tower, based equidistantly about 50 feet from the base of the tower itself. There's literally, I think, let me just double check here. There's one, I think, yeah, okay, so there's basically one on the northeast point, one on the northwest point, one on the southeast point, one on the southwest point. They all lean inward and seem to point towards a point about 40 feet directly over the center of the top of the tower, if you were to kind of judge where they were pointing to. So from the base of these spikes to the tower itself, the land is a blasted miniature wasteland. Outside of the area of the spikes, the ground is rocky and pretty typical for a hilly region on this fine, beautiful summer afternoon. But the ground, with the terrain within, more closely resembles the surface of the moon. The ground is colorless, loose, and ashy. Every few seconds, the sky comes alive above as lightning strikes the spikes, both those coming from the ground and those coming from the top of the tower. The lightning does not touch the dome itself, Um, but yeah, this is what you witness as you approach the area. How would you like to approach the area?
Cautiously check out the ground
Mm-hmm.
around the tower.
And do you want to walk within the moonscape area, the area that's basically a 50-foot radius around the tower itself? Or do you want to stay outside of that area and just kind of inspect from outside?
I would say initially I would inspect from outside.
Would you like to hold your breath?
You son of a...
Sorry, that's an inside joke, but yeah. Okay. So if you do so for a few minutes, inspecting and kind of walking around, looking at the tower, you'll notice that after a few minutes, a lightning strike does indeed hit the ground in the area around the tower. And if you continue to watch, so it seems like there is one of these maybe every few minutes or something. It's not an exact time, but yeah, lightning does occasionally strike the ground within the area, which you figure is why it's all ashy and gray and ruined within.
Now, do we ever see any wild outliers? Like, was there ever a time when lightning struck and then, like, 15 seconds later it strikes again?
How long do you want to observe?
I would observe, I'd say compared to the risk of being struck by lightning, a
Yeah.
30-minute breather at least anyways might not be a bad thing.
Yes, indeed. There's times when there's a lightning strike and you don't see another lightning strike for maybe 4 or 5 minutes. Then there's another time you see a lightning strike, and then 20 seconds later there's another. Then you don't see one for a few minutes, and then there's another. So it is intermittent. There's no way to truly forecast these lightning strikes, of course.
Does it always hit the same point in the
No.
ground?
No,
No, okay.
not at all.
But it's always within the kind of
Within
circle.
that 50-foot radius, yeah, within
Okay.
the area kind of between the ground-based spikes and the tower itself.
Well, I'll look at the other two and I'll say, shall we just run for it, or?
Wait for the next lightning strike and then run for it. Yeah.
There's only one entrance that you see, and that is, those stairs which lead up from ground level on up to the double entry doors.
Now, I wonder, should I take off my chainmail?
Oh, we lost Andrew, didn't we?
Yeah, he dropped.
He'll be back momentarily, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to take it off, and I would like,
Keep it on.
yeah, like Silas said, I would wait for the next time lightning strikes, and then just bolt for the door as quickly as I can.
Okay. Now Andrew's back. So, Lloyd, and I'm sorry, I should use your character's name, but I don't know. Venatori. Venatori has just said that he's going to wait until the next lightning strike and then make a bolt for the stairs up to the doors. The lightning never seems to strike the stairs themselves. I will tell you that, as far as you can tell. So
There might be some wisdom in all of us running at the same time. It surely won't hit all three of us at once.
Yeah, you'll want me there at that door too. Maybe I have to jimmy a lock or something first to get in.
Yeah.
sure, they couldn't hit you all at once. You'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
Well, it seems to only strike one place at a time. So
Now,
they can,
unfortunately, Percy's a large target. Well, how big are you guys?
not as large as Percy.
I see how it is. Every game, Lloyd Collins plays a 7-foot-tall demi-human, but in this game,
Get off my case now.
Oh my, oh my.
But I mean, yeah, sure. He's
Okay.
7 foot tall demi.
And you're wearing chainmail. You've already told me that. What's Percy wearing?
he is wearing leather.
Uh-huh. Carrying any large objects?
He has a dagger, a little dagger on his belt, and he has a wheel-lock pistol. That is it.
Okay, Percy, you can roll me a D100.
Okay.
Venatori is going to need to roll a d20. And Silas, is he wearing metal armor or carrying any large objects?
He's wearing leather armor.
All of a sudden, everyone's wearing leather. I see.
He's carrying a sword.
He's carrying a sword?
Hmm.
No, that's fine. Roll me a d100.
Well, I mean, when I say he's carrying a sword, it's in his sheath at the
Yeah,
moment.
that's fine. Roll a d100. It's only a d20 if you're carrying like a pole arm or some other kind of large object of that sort. So
I got a 3.
you got a 3. What did you get, Andrew?
20.
And what did you get, Dave?
80.
Well, you're all fine. You all get the stairs, no problem. Nobody gets struck.
Okay.
I quickly inspect the door. Does it look locked?
The doors, okay, I will read you the description of the doors. The front entrance is a set of double large iron doors. Each of the doors has a serpent-shaped handle and a large knocker.
Tick tock, tick tock. I grab the serpent handle.
I'm like, come on, boy.
I need you to make me a saving throw based on wisdom, the non-magical save, please.
Savers. Okay.
So what's your save? How many dice do you have?
It's 3d6.
Okay, so roll them.
Ooh, I got a 5 and 2 6s.
You got 2 6s.
I did.
Successful save.
Oh, baby.
So the handle comes alive as you reach for it, and it bites out at you. But you move your hand really quickly, and it doesn't break your skin. But you feel the serpent's head, the nose just bounce off the back of your hand as you pull your hand away, and then it quickly forms back into the handle of the door.
Percival, as he withdraws his hand, he'll hiss at it. Maybe we should knock.
Yeah, I guess.
You can feel the static electricity building in the air.
Fuck it. Bong, bong, bong.
As you knock, there is a gigantic metallic bong that rings out, echoing throughout the neighboring hills. And the door begins to open by themselves.
Well, that can only be good.
Doors open, leading into a kind of a foyer area, approximately 15 feet by 15 feet, squarish room. Of course, not accounting for the kind of round wall on the one side where the doors are. There are 2 short coffee tables, one against each of the east and west walls, and each of these is flanked by 2 chairs. The room is immaculately clean. There is a door. You see here. Yep, there is a door on the north wall, kind of in the eastern corner, and there's a door on the west wall in the northern corner. And the doors close themselves behind you.
I'm gonna look at those guys and say, do you reckon this place has some kind of master?
Some force opened those doors. Something's amiss, certainly.
It's clean. I don't think they have too many guests, especially not as homely as us.
So apart from the chairs and tables, there's nothing else visible in the room?
Nope, just those doors I told you about.
What's the doors? Okay. Check out one of the doors.
Sure. East or west?
It's actually north or west. But yeah.
Okay.
You'll
Oh,
notice
north to
something
west.
as you kind of think about the east. The east, there's actually three flat walls in this room, meaning that there's an area along the eastern part of the tower, which you figure is, you don't know if it's another room or whatever, but there's no door going into that area from here anyway.
Maybe. I would think, I like just snowballing, that could be like a silo or something.
Could be.
Maybe has access up top and then a spigot on the outside or something.
Could be. So, door to the north or door to the west?
Do the doors look the same?
Yeah.
Let's go north.
North.
Okay. Yep, I'll
Okay.
go inspect the door.
You step into the sitting room, which is basically about, the entire northern half of this floor of the tower. So it's about 25 feet from west to east and about 15 feet at the widest point from north to south. There is, in the center of the room, a sizable table ringed by 6 chairs. Against the east wall, you see a glass cabinet which is stocked with serving china and 4 bottles of wine. What else is there to see in here? In the southwest corner, underneath the stairs which wind up, there seems to be some kind of a statue and a stack of boxes behind it. And that seems to be about all of anything noticeable in this room.
Is there anything on the table?
No.
Okay. Then in that case,
All the serving china is in the glass cabinet.
I'll look towards Percy and raise an eyebrow in the direction of the very fine china.
What kind of statue is it?
When you take a closer look at the statue, it seems to be where's the description here? Yeah, it's a statue of a Medusa embracing a king. You recognize this from kind of a popular folk tale. There was a king in legend who had fallen in love with this Medusa, and he had gouged his eyes out so that he could be with her. They gave birth to some horrible kind of race of demi-humans then that went on to kind of terrorize the world for a few centuries thereafter, but are now extinct. Folk tales.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. What's in the boxes behind the statue?
Are you going to try to get behind the statue, move the statue or something? It's a stack of crates, a stack of boxes. What are you worried about, Dave? What's the worst could happen?
That's right. What could possibly happen in this tower?
Thinks about the door handle that came to life and tried to bite Percy.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm going to look at Venatori and say, lend us your sack. Let's go over then and take the china. Looks valuable.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So, is there a lock on the cabinet?
Nope, it's not locked. You can open it right up. You've got the serving china set in there. There's 4 bottles of wine.
Now, I've got like fat sausage fingers, but I'm incredibly nimble. So I'll start taking the china out and carefully placing it in the bag.
Okay. Yep, it's very delicate.
Yep. And when I get down to the wine, I'm going to smile and take a bottle and look at Venatori and try to pull the cork out with my teeth.
Okay, roll D4 for me as you pull it out.
Got a 2.
Okay. Yeah, it's a very, very old and exquisite vintage. You know your wine, don't you, Percy?
Oh yeah, Percy knows.
Oh yeah, this is really, really fine, and it's the better part of a century old. It's definitely well over 50 years old. I'd say there's probably a date on the yeah, it's nearly 70 years old, we'll say, if you look at the date on the bottle.
Yeah, I'll take a big whiff of it and look at Venatori and say, this is the type of stuff that you find covered in dust.
It's very nice. And the other 3 bottles are all the same vintage.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll start drinking some of it.
Absolutely.
I'll throw down like a fourth of the bottle.
Oh, yeah. You're going to drink some too, you said, Venatori?
Yeah, I'll grab another bottle and crack it open and see.
Roll a D3 for me.
Uh,
Just roll a D6 and, you know.
And
I guess
I yell at
three.
Silas, this is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Same. Percy, knowing your wine, you'd say these bottles, unopened anyway, would be worth probably about 100 silver pieces apiece. This vintage. The china itself, the entire set is worth about 50 silver pieces. So
We're making out good so far, boys. We get this back to town, and we'll be living a life of finery.
Good china, fine wine.
it's up to yourself as to whether or not you'd really want to sell the wine or keep it for drinking. It is really, really fine. And
Yeah. Come on, Silas, you want a drink?
I don't drink.
Silas is examining the statue.
I've got I've pulled one of the bottles out, and I'm holding it like I want to throw it to him. Huh? Bottle? Entire bottle? I don't know. That's a lot.
Let's maybe sort of leave one closed and sell that and keep the rest.
Yeah, you're right. Of course. Always right.
Let's celebrate when we get out.
You have 2 unopened bottles anyway.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with this statue, Silas?
So it has to be moved to get to the crates, does it?
Yeah, I mean, you can try to squeeze through it, but it's tight fit. Is Silas a petite individual, or?
Well, he's
Percy or Venatori wouldn't be able to squeeze past it.
no. I mean, he's slim, but he's not strong.
Okay.
I mean, is one person going to be able to? He'll try and move the statue.
Yep. As you try to move the statue, you realize that it's actually on rollers. And it rolls aside very easily. And hidden underneath of it, there's a trap door. And then the boxes are right there in front of you. As you start to kind of examine them, you realize pretty quickly now that the statues are the way that they're just a mock-up. They're not real boxes. The entire pile of boxes is actually one single hollow shell. And you can pick it up and move it aside very easily and find that there's another hidden trapdoor underneath that.
Okay.
A facsimile of a box? How eccentric!
Try the trapdoor.
Which one? The one from under the statue or the one from under the boxes?
The one under the statue.
Okay. It will open up easy enough. And let me just tell you what the room looks like that leads down to. So it actually looks like it leads down to a little corridor, about a 10-foot long corridor. And that corridor, what are you doing for light sources? Actually, I should ask you this because it is dark inside. There's no windows.
I've got I've got a torch.
Torch?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say you guys have spent about 10 minutes in this tower so far. So yeah, looking up there, it's like about a 10-foot long little corridor that leads to a portcullis that seems to be lowered at the moment. And then beyond that, there seems to be another kind of room, but it's kind of hard to see beyond the portcullis from up here anyway.
Is anybody able to open the portcullis?
I could try it. Do I want to? But I will.
Be careful, Venatori. Portcullis killed me dead.
Okay, Ventura, you're going to go over and try to raise it up.
I am, yeah.
It's, you can feel it almost gives, but it's just a little bit too much for you. You need somebody to give you a hand. You're
All
pretty
right,
sure with one other person, though, two people should be able to lift it easily enough. It's
do
not
this
like locked
first.
shut or anything.
I know he's got a a difficult relationship with portcullises, so I'll ask Silas to give me a hand.
Well, Silas is not physically strong, so I don't know how useful. I'm gonna.
I'll see Venatori struggling.
Plus, I'm holding a torch.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm starting to get like post-traumatic stress. I'm like, no, the beast has got you in its iron fangs, and I'll run over and grab it.
Gonna help him lift it up? Okay. Yeah, it raises up easy enough once the two of you are lifting. And you can see kind of from the edges of the torso of Silas behind you. The room itself is about 15 feet wide and 10 feet deep, rectangular shaped, and there is a door. Just double check this. Yep, there's a door to the east and a door to the west. They both seem to be made of steel. The western door looks from here, from the kind of entrance anyway, looks like it has some kind of a plaque on it. You can't quite read from here. The eastern door also has a plaque on it. You just can't quite make out what it says on either from the entranceway here. You also, in the southeast kind of the room, which would be just off to your right, would it be, as you're looking into the room? Yeah, just ahead and to the right a little bit, there is a fissure, no more than about a foot wide, and you get a coppery scent of blood coming from that fissure. There's also a bucket against the north wall.
All right, I'll take a look at the sign, see if I can read it. Actually, I have a 5 intelligence. I can't read it all.
Ooh, I bet together we can make it out. Venatori, let's have a look. Just coming from a man with 7 intelligence.
Like sounding it out.
Who's approaching the door and which door?
I thought you said one of them had a placard on it. They both do?
Both of them do, yeah.
Oh. I don't know. Whichever's closest. Much for muchness.
Okay, so you, Venatori, yeah? You going in? Okay. As you do, you roll a d6 here. Okay, you hear movement from up above you. It failed to surprise you, but something is dropping down from above and going to attack you. So, because you weren't surprised, you can all roll initiative as a stone spider, which had blended in with the stone of the ceiling, drops down to attack you, Venatori. So everybody roll your initiative die, whatever that is based on your dexterity.
I got a 3.
Damn it, Andrew. What did you get, Dave?
10.
10?
I got a 3 too.
Okay. Well, Silas is quick on the draw, and you will act first, Silas.
Well,
the stone creature dropped down right beside Venatori. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna whip out my pistol, and I'm gonna fire at it and try and make use of my +2 firearms.
Okay. You will, however, since you're drawing the weapon and firing in the same round, you'll get a -2 to your attack roll.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
12.
Your bullet.
14, so minus the 2 is 12.
Yeah, so you're +2 and a -2. So yeah, so the bullet kind of like ricochets off of the stone hide of the creature, not piercing it.
Right.
It was a glancing blow.
Right.
And the spider goes next, and the spider, as stated, is going to attack Venatori. So it attempts to bite you, and that is a 6, so it misses completely. And Venatori and Percy are both on 3, but since you're closer to it, I'll let you go first, Venatori.
Okay. I guess I'll try and hit it with my mace.
So you're drawing your mace and attacking it?
Yeah. So -2, right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, I definitely miss.
Okay. You swing it, and it kind of dodges to the side.
He's like freaking out. He's like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Not taking care.
And then it is your turn, Percy.
All right, I'm gonna draw and shoot. So that's a -2, right?
Yes, indeed.
For like a.
Okay. Yeah. Anytime you draw a weapon and attack in the same round, it's -2.
Ooh, 16.
A 16 actually hits, so your bullet actually takes purchase and breaks through the stony hide of this creature, whose hit points I will roll now.
Also, I didn't misfire, by the way.
Oh yeah, I forgot about misfires. Yeah, good call. What is that? Is it a wheel lock, a match lock, flintlock?
It's a wheel lock that I got.
Okay. So roll your damage. It's a D8 damage.
4 points of damage.
Those 4 points. Okay. Okay. And the creature kind of reels back a little bit as if pained momentarily, and then lunges back forward towards Venatori again. So it's initiative for the next round. Everybody roll their initiative die. Spider is once again on 4.
5.
10.
Wow, Dave. Are you rolling D10 initiative too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Nice rolls.
6.
Percy's on 6. Okay. So first is, again, Silas.
Well, I'm assuming that during that, while the others were doing their thing, I'd already pulled my sword out.
Well, you pulled your pistol and fired last round, so you could pull your sword. You could say you had it in your other hand, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't I wouldn't hang around.
So you run forward and slash at it with your sword?
Yeah.
What kind of sword is that you're using anyway? Not that it matters for damage, but...
It's sort of a medium.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay.
I guess it would matter for armor class purposes, so...
Yeah. A 5.
A 5 is not going to do it, though. So you swing and a miss.
Yeah.
And I believe, were you on 6, Percy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Percy. Silas runs up and gets up on one side of it and swings at it with his sword and misses.
Now, I'm pretty sure, because my melee weapon's a dagger, that dagger can't even damage something with this armor class, but Percy wouldn't know that. Percy would still try to use it to attack with it.
Could still in theory.
Ooh, well, I like theory. That would be 13
No.
in theory?
No.
Too bad.
Its armor class, for playtest purposes anyway, its armor class is normally a 16, I'll just let you know. So because you're using a smaller minor weapon, you'd have double the armor, so it'd be up to 20 for that weapon. Anyway, that's a bit metagame, but just for the playtest purposes to let you know how that works. And so next then is Venatori before the spider.
Okay, I'm going to guard.
You are going to guard, very good. So that means you get your level plus your guard.
Puts my AC to 19.
Okay, very good. And I did say it was going to attack you again this round, so that's a 10, so it misses again. And will bring us to the next round. It now has 3 targets since you're all flanking it from different sides. So this round it is going to attack Percy. He looks like a juicy morsel. Everybody roll initiatives.
4.
Ooh, I got a 10.
I rolled a 4 again.
A 6.
What did you get there, Lloyd?
A 4.
A 4. Okay, so first is the 10. That was you, Percy, right?
Yeah, so I'll kind of like squat down and slap my knee and hold the dagger out like a cake cutter, saying that it's looking at me. And I go, try it and I'll slice you up like my morning biscuit. And I'm going to guard.
Okay. So how much does that raise your AC?
By 1.
That's your level plus your guard.
Yep.
Oh, your guard is
My
0,
guard's
yeah.
0. Yep.
Okay, yes, it's 1. Right. Perfect. Okay. Silas, you're next. Sword in hand. Stone spider before you.
Yeah. Ooh, 19.
That will hit. So that does D8 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
All weapons now do D8 damage. So
A 1.
a 1. Okay. He's still relatively healthy. You take a little chunk out of him, a little chunk of stone, and the spider and Venatori both go simultaneously next. What is your armor class with the +1 now, Percy?
It is a 15 with my +1.
I got an 8, so he misses you.
I missed the spider.
And you missed the spider as well. Okay, wow, this is a real shit show, isn't it?
I'm getting my real dice. Hang on.
That's okay. Go for it. So the next round. Lamentations, you don't have to declare actions before you roll initiative, do you? Oh, you do, don't you? I think, yeah.
I think you do.
Yeah. It's going to attack. Oh, it's going to turn back to Venatori this time. So everybody can roll their initiative die. Creature is on 6. First time I didn't roll a 4 for initiative in 4 rounds.
I got a 1.
Six.
Initiative
7.
Venatori. 7?
Yes, sir.
You're first. And the spider is turning towards you again.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hit it. Nope, I miss again.
Shame.
Rolled a 2.
Okay, so the spider and Silas are both on 6, so they go simultaneously. What's your armor class, Venatori?
16.
I rolled a 16. 13 plus 3. So it hits you. And what did you get, Silas, on your attack?
A 19.
Nice. Go ahead and roll your damage. Ooh. Venatori, you take 5 points of damage from the bite.
Christ.
And I need you to make a non-magic save, please.
Non-magic. That's
so
wisdom?
That's based on your wisdom. What's your
Sweet. I've got
what's your
66 for that.
So you roll 66. Now the way this works for anybody who's watching this, for this playtest, you have to roll 2 6s to succeed. 1 6 is a partial success, and no 6s is a failure on a saving throw. So he gets to roll 6 dice.
I got 1 6.
You got 1 6. Okay, how many hit points do you have left?
3.
3. You lose 2 of them.
Okay.
That was a save or die. So if you had not gotten any 6s, you'd have been dead instantly.
Wow.
But since it's a partial success, you lose half of your hit points, and because it's Lamentations, we round up. So, okay. And how many points of damage did you do to the spider with your sword attack there, Silas? I'm sorry.
6.
6 more points of damage. Ooh, it's in bad shape now. I have to roll a morale check for it, in fact. How does that work with morale? Oh, yeah, I have to roll equal to or lower, or is it just lower than? I think if you roll, yeah, okay. It maintains its morale. It's staying and fighting. Percy, it's your turn.
How much did the portcullis pay you? How much? And I'll jump forward and attack him with the dagger. Is a 12.
Yeah, his armor class is 20 against the dagger. So So your dagger scrapes along it. Maybe there's a light sound of steel on stone, but yeah, it doesn't do any damage. And it's the next round, and it'll be initiative again. The spider's attention now is on Percy again, as he had to get in close for that dagger swipe.
6.
Spider's on 3.
5.
8. Silas goes first again.
And 19 again.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and just tell me how you finish off the spider, because he only had 1 hit point left.
Oh, sweet. I raise the sword and just bring it straight down, right through the top of its skull.
Nice. And it collapses at your feet. Dispatched. So that was a 3 hit die creature. Just keeping track of this because I'm going to try to go with we're going to go with normal Lamentations XP system. Yeah, we have to keep track of any treasure you guys get too. If you want to maybe just keep a record of anything that you pick up, and we'll total it up later.
Percy, incredibly concerned and worried, turns and puts his hands out like a jolly father figure that's coming to comfort you, Venatori. Oh my god. And then you see me go down to the bag of china. Oh, did he damage you? Are you okay?
That's a good point. Actually, go ahead and roll another non-magic save for me with that bag there, Venatori.
3 6s.
3 6s? Yeah, the china is unscathed.
Wow. I would have preferred that on my my health save, but hey.
Yeah, the poison save would have been nice.
You did the right thing, Venatori. You protected all of it. You're a much better man than I. I might have put my own health before the china, my friend, but you.
Nice. Does anyone else have medicine skill?
I have medicine, yeah. I'm technically a doctor, so we'll see how this goes.
My son Percy Jr., I sent him to a fine medical school, but...
What do I need to roll?
Well, you roll a d6 and add your medicine skill.
It's a 6.
Okay, so it's a successful check. That means that whatever rest you get today, you'll get double HP recovery.
Cool.
If you live that long or whatever. Let's see. Now I'm going to say now you've now been in the tower for 20 minutes. You still just have the 1 torch, yes, that Silas was using? Burning, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have another one in case we need it.
That's good, yeah, good. They last an hour each, I think, so.
I'm going to reload my pistol, by the way.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So will I.
Good call. So there is a door on the west and a door on the east. Each has a plaque on them. Anybody here can read? Obviously, Silas can read. He's a magic user. The door on the west has a plaque that reads Treasure Room. The doorknob is carved in the shape of a claw. The door on the east has a plaque that reads Workshop, and the doorknob on this one is also carved in the shape of a claw.
I ain't touching nothing.
Yeah. Especially something that says Treasure Room.
Perhaps you should let old Percy take a look. You've done your role, Professor. That's what he just calls anyone who's educated, so crack my knuckles.
Which one do you want to approach? Treasure room or workshop?
Ooh, yeah, treasure room. Percy hasn't done a day of work in his life.
Okay, you can try to open the door.
Yep.
Make a non-magic save, please. So what's your dice pool for that?
It's 3d6.
Okay, roll all 3.
Well, there's the first 2. No 6s. And no 6s. 0 6s.
Okay, the door begins to open, and as it does so, the claw grabs your hand and crushes it completely. Is that your right hand or your left hand?
It's my left hand.
Okay, take 1 point of damage, but your left hand is now completely broken.
I scream, "Ah! The portcullis has got me! Ah!" I drop down to my leg. The portcullis! Is it like a nub or is it like crushed inside of it?
Well, your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets like kind of crushed inside of it, and then it releases to the point where your hand is just kind of a pulpy mass of broken bone and horrible bleeding inside. Probably a little bit of external bleeding as well.
Pulling it away, like I hold it up trembling, my eyes narrow on it. Does it look like something I could have repaired somehow, or is this thing just dead weight from now on?
Um, yeah, it's ruined.
I'm a thief with a broken hand.
It's ruined. By today's medical standards, it'd be hard to repair this hand. So
I'm just like blubbering like a baby. It better be worth it. It
it's
better
a,
be worth it.
it's a fleshy bag of broken bones.
I'll take my turban off and tie it around my hands.
Yeah.
I really took a beating.
So the door is now open to the treasure room, though. So let's see here. What do you see? That was this room here. Okay. So it's about a 10-foot by 10-foot square room with about a dozen treasure chests in it. Yeah, about a dozen treasure chests all stacked up in this room.
Okay.
All right. Well, this better be worth it. I'm gonna go in and. Are they all kind of the same size and shape?
Yep.
Are they
Percy,
all closed?
Yep. They're all. What'd you say, Silas?
Are
Percy,
they
when
all,
he tries to walk
are
by.
they
Oh,
all
I'm sorry.
closed?
Are they closed? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yep. They're all closed.
Okay.
They don't have any like padlocks or anything on them. One of them actually is locked.
Well,
Mm.
we said just one chest is locked.
One
The
of the
entire
12 is locked. The others are all unlocked.
Percy immediately goes for the one that's locked, and as I do,
Mm.
hobble over there with my broken left hand. I say, "The most valuable thing will be in here." They lock it up. Trust me, I know.
Agreed.
Okay. You gonna try to pick the lock there, Percy?
I turn around and look at them. Then I look down at my hand and I say, "Well, either way, after today, my career as a thief is over. I live or I die here."
Best make the most of it.
Roll a d6 and add your tinkering skill.
Good thing I put all four in tinkering.
What's
7
your modifier total for tinkering? +4?
plus 4.
Yeah, okay. So, yep, you managed to pick the lock. No problem. And the chest opens up. Inside of that chest, there's a glass jug containing a small monstrous idol. The idol is far too large to be taken out of the jug. Yep, and that's it.
What's so we can see the idol inside the jug, can we?
If you start to look inside the other chests, each of them is filled with rocks that are carved and painted in the likeness of copper coins.
Mm.
There are 40,000 of them total between the 11 chests.
But they're rocks.
But
Yeah, they're stone, they're not metal.
Shit.
how big is the jug?
Think about like a water pitcher you'd have on your table. Maybe holds about 4 glasses, but it has that monstrous idol inside of it. That well, looking at it, you have no idea how the hell you can get in there, because you definitely wouldn't be able to take it out without breaking the jug.
Mm. Can we see what the idol is made of?
Looks like stone.
Mm.
Mm. Maybe I should break the jug, guys, so we can get a closer look at the idol.
Yeah, we've come this far.
Yeah, why not?
Uh-oh.
Sorry. Okay, so you smash the glass jar, yeah?
Yup.
The idol springs to life and grows to the size of a large man that attacks.
Well,
I go like this and cower down as it grows and towers over me. Ah!
Yeah, and this demon idol creature attacks. Everybody roll initiative.
The fuck?
Well, guys, that didn't go as intended.
Ruh-roh.
6.
6.
Ooh, I got a 10.
Okay, you're gonna go first, Percy.
My eyes grow wide as I'm just standing, quivering in front of this thing. Die! And I'll try to shoot it with my
Roll
pistol.
hit.
That's all I got. Oh, fucking crit. Bow!
Okay. Will we use? Yeah, why not? Let's use the Green Devil Face natural 20 chart.
I need to get the one that if I hit it, I kill it.
Exactly. You never know.
That's your only hope here.
Let us see. See, I knew there was a reason why I brought my tablet down. Green Devil Face 5. Which is really cool. So far, it's been my favorite of all the Green Devil Faces. But I haven't really read 6 yet. Where is it? Here's 5. Natural 20 chart. So I'll roll D30 for you. 1. Your allies have +2 morale for the rest of the combat. Yay!
Okay, good.
You all feel very bolstered and brave.
We
Nope.
don't even use morale!
What is your damage? I do for the enemies, anyway.
Flip this table.
What was your damage?
It's 4.
Okay, you do 4 points of damage to him. That's fine.
What does this thing look like?
It's like a kind of a really typical demonic-looking thing. It's almost gargoyle-like, really. Size of a large man. So it's got these, it's kind of stone-like, but it's obviously animated, and it obviously grew from the size that it was once it was inside that jar. So, oh yeah, he goes next. He's on 8. So he will attack you, Percy.
It was nice knowing you guys.
Yeah, bye.
Actually rolled a natural 1.
Yes.
So let's see what that
Where he kills himself.
One random pouch or pack of his was stolen or left behind the last time he rested. All items within the container are lost. Too bad he doesn't have any. No effect. But he misses anyway. And next, I don't know which one of you guys rolled higher. Sorry, Silas or Venatori.
I got 6.
You got 6? Okay, we'll let you go next, Silas. What are you doing? What are you attacking with?
Well, I've still got the sword out.
Okay.
So I'll go with the sword.
I mean, I'm not saying you have to attack for that matter. You can run away
How-
if you want, or...
I mean, with my one spell, I only get to use that once, don't I?
Yes, yeah, you're a first level character. You get 1 spell per day. Although, having said that, did you read the playtest about magic?
No, what did that?
Cast your 1 prepared spell safely once per day. However, if you want to cast spells beyond your normal amount per day, or if you want to cast a spell you don't have prepared, there's a whole lot of stuff in there, different things. If you want to cast a spell from somebody else's spellbook that you're just looking at, you can do so, but you have to then make a saving throw to see if the spell goes off properly or if something weird happens, etc., etc. It's considered unsafely casting. So, any of the following conditions require the magic user to make a magic saving throw when casting a spell. So casting a spell present in your spellbook but that you didn't prepare, casting a spell when the number of spells have already been cast that day, casting a spell prepared from another magic user spellbook. Also, if you're casting one from the other magic user spellbook that also has not been prepared, that adds an extra point. Casting a spell when you're more than lightly encumbered, casting a spell with only one hand. Sorry, Percy, your days as a spellcaster are gone. And casting a spell when hit point damage has been taken during the same round. Each of these effects has a cumulative -1 penalty to your saving throw. And penalties to saving throws just reduces the amount of dice you get to roll, just so you know. So then, depending on the roll of the dice, you may cast the spell successfully, you may not cast it successfully and something weird happens, or you may cast it successfully and something weird happens.
I guess I'll hang on to the, because it's a good spell, so I'll hang on to it later.
As you wish.
Alright.
So you're going to just attack with your sword?
What's that?
Are you just attacking with your sword then?
Yeah. I rolled a 5, unfortunately.
Okay, you miss. Percy's fat mass is in the way, and you can't get a good reach at the creature. Venatori. Venatori, the brave, the gallant.
Yeah, the coward is going to take a few steps back, shoot his pistol.
Okay. So, first roll for misfire. So
Yes,
that's a
sir.
D10,
What do I roll?
right?
You son of a bitch.
What are you firing? Is it a wheel lock, flintlock?
It's the basic one, wheellock, I guess.
Basic, yeah, probably wheel lock. I think
So,
misfire is only 2 and 10.
Okay, I got a 4, so it's okay.
Nope, doesn't misfire. Now, roll a d3 to determine whether you actually. No, first roll to hit. Sorry, and you can roll the attack roll and the d3 at the same time, I suppose.
Okay, my hit is, was it +2, right? Is it a fighter? Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
17.
Okay, and what did you get on your d3?
3.
That actually hits the creature and not one of your allies. 1 would have been Percy, a 2 would have been Silas, a 3 was the creature. I forgot to roll that earlier when somebody shot the spider, but that's okay. I remembered now. So we'll go ahead and it's a 17. Actually hits. Roll your damage. D8.
4.
A 4.
Yep.
Okay. The creature takes 4 more points of damage.
Yeah, and I move back.
It would have been great if you splattered Percy's brains all over him, but oh well, say later. Maybe next time. And you're stepping back for it. Okay. You can only go so far back anyway. You can go about 15 feet back and have your back against the door on the other side. So it's the next round. Initiative. It is on 6.
Fucking 10 again.
4.
What?
7.
Percy, you go first.
Looking like a mad Arab from some Arabian Nights tale trying to bottle a genie, I pull the wine bottle out of the inside of my tunic with the cork between the 2 fingers on my good hand, and I point at him with my stub, and I say, "Into the bottle you will stay until they break the glass away." And I try to see if I can somehow imprison him in the bottle.
Excellent. Nothing happens.
Percy looks at him and says, "Well, it was worth a try," and I'll just drop it.
This was the already open bottle, yeah, that you drank most of already? Yeah. Silas.
I'm going to hack at it.
Again, sorry, go for it, yeah.
17.
That will hit this time.
Ooh.
So Percy is looking kind of sadly down at the broken half bottle of wine on the ground as the wine is washing down around his knees, and he realizes what he's done, and you manage to get past him and get a good slash at the creature. How much damage do you do?
4.
4 more points of damage. That's... Oh no, he would have to make a morale check, but his morale is 12, which means he never fails a morale check. So, he will fight to the death. It is then the creature's turn. I'm going to roll an even chance for him to attack either one of you. He may attack the pitiful slob sitting at his feet, or he may attack the bastard who just slashed him with his sword again. He's going to go for the slob at his feet, though. So he reaches down with his claws at Percy, slashing at his back, and hits Percy for 1 point of damage. Pathetic. And it is then your turn, Venatori.
Okay, moving further back if I can. I'll take
You
another
can't.
shot.
Your back is already back to the door on the opposite side of the room. The door that says warehouse.
Okay, well then I will take another shot.
Do you have another pistol?
I do.
Okay, cool. Yep, go for it.
Okay, so first the misfire. Nope, 4 again.
Okay.
And I got, I miss.
What was your roll?
4 plus 2.
Okay. Roll a d6 for me anyway.
6.
6. Oh, okay. The bullet whizzes by the creature's head but misses.
Okay, doke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Next round initiative then. The
5.
gargoyle demon idol thingy is on 7.
1.
Percy's on 6.
Okay, demon idol goes first. He will attack Percy yet again. Wow, it's a 20. Natural 20. And on the chart, I rolled your next saving throw attempt automatically succeeds. Yay! He attacks you, Percy, for 3 points of damage, slashing.
Yowza.
And next, I think is you. You were on 6 or 7, wasn't it?
Yeah, as a 6.
You're next.
So, yeah, he slashes me again on the ground. I stand up and say, "Into the bottle!" and try to shank him with the dagger.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay. Pitiful. It's an 8.
No, it does not.
I swing blindly like a drunk man trying to abuse a child.
Venatori.
Okay, and now I have no more pistols, so I'm going to stand where I am and guard.
Okay. Venatori the Brave.
I have 1 hit point left.
Silas.
I'm going to swing at him with my sword. Two.
2. Misses. Yeah, of course. Sorry. I don't know why I delayed in saying that. I was looking at something else. But yeah, the 2, unfortunately,
I
does
hope so.
nothing. Now, that's the end of the round, correct? Okay. So it's initiative. Beasties on 4.
8.
3.
Ooh, 8 as well.
Okay. I'll let you go first, Percy, since you're getting slashed up by this thing.
Seeing that my manner is not working, I'm going to yell at him. Do you speak? Can you hear me?
He just hisses in no language to you.
Yeah, fucking damn figure. And I'll try to slash him again with the dagger.
Go for it.
11.
No. Does not hit. Silas.
Uh, 19.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. 6.
Okay, very nice hit. Okay, he's still standing. And he goes next. I think, no, I think actually Venatori goes next. Venatori, are you doing anything or are you still
I
guarding?
got 3.
You got a 3? Okay. Yeah, I think he does go next. I can't remember what I rolled for him anymore. I'll roll randomly to determine target. He is targeting Silas this time.
Oh.
And that's a 19 for 2 points of damage, Silas.
2.
2.
Okay, then.
This thing is, he's wounded, but he's still going to fight. He's showing no signs. He has nowhere to retreat to anyway. And it's your turn then, Venatori.
I'll continue carrying and guarding.
Okay. The thought crosses your mind that you've been standing here for a few rounds just guarding yourself. You realize if you went back through that portcullis, you'd be able to lower it down. It took two men to lift it last time.
That's true. I'm going to make my way towards it.
Okay. Next round initiative.
It's a GM trick, son.
Of course it is. 5.
7.
9.
Ooh, you're first then, Percy.
I'm gonna try to shank him again. Come
Yeah.
on.
Come on.
Come on, dice.
Do it.
Crit.
That will, okay. Let's see. On the natural 20 chart, I got you automatically hit this foe every attack for the rest of this combat.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Rated
talking
damage. 1d8.
about. 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. Okay, he's rocking. He's rocking. He's still up though. I think you were next, Silas.
Unbelievable. 19 again.
Damage, d8.
Hitting it's going well. Damage isn't going well, isn't it? Let's face it. 1.
1. Beautiful.
Mm.
Absolutely beautiful. He had 2 hit points left. It's his turn next. He is attacking you again, Silas.
Yeah.
That's a 13. Does that hit your armor class?
No, I'm 14.
Oh, so he misses you. And then it's Venatori.
Okay, I'll continue moving out of the room.
Oh yeah, I mean you moved out of the room last round. It's not a very big room, so
Okay.
you can kind of be in that corridor again where the trap door is that leads with the little ladder back up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hide around the corner.
Okay, and next round initiative. I got a 7 for the demon idol.
5.
1.
Okay. So the demon goes first, and he is attacking you one more time, Silas. No, he misses. That's a 9. And so I think Percy was next, wasn't he?
Now, I know I always hit, but can I still roll to see if I crit?
Yeah, sure. Of course you can.
Okay, I didn't crit. Damage is going to be
It's going to kill
5
it.
points of damage.
Only had 1 hit point. So how do you finish it off, Percy, with your one good hand?
I leap forward and stab it in the chest, and then bump my fat against my elbow underneath of it and try to crush him back into the chest.
Nice. And it changes back into the little stone idol and breaks into pieces.
No.
Now a broken idol inside the chest with the broken shards of the jar.
I'll swing around and slide down the chest, press up against it with my back, and start panting heavily. That was not treasure.
I'm like hiding around the corner crying, just like shaking. I don't want to die here.
And I'm thinking there's no treasure in this treasure room. So why call it treasure
Well,
room?
there's 40,000 fake copper coins.
Yeah, well, that's not treasure.
No.
Now the treasure, or the idol was stone, and we removed it from a jug, and it became a demon. If only those stones, if we could remove it from something, would turn into copper.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Let's try it. Try with 1 anyway.
Yeah. I'll go over and grab a couple of the stones.
Okay.
Take them outside of the chest and see if anything happens first.
It does not.
I'm going to toss one back in and put one in my pocket.
Okay. No problem.
Yep. My plan just to periodically check it as we walk around the tower.
Sure. So you still have the other door, which was labeled workshop, or you can go back up the way you came to the level above.
I'll pop my head back around, somewhat sheepishly. It's dead. Okay.
No, it's dead.
Okay.
The workshop's got another one of those claw handles, hasn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Set to reloading my guns, first of all.
Is there like in the treasure room? Are there like any sticks or anything, like even furniture, like
Nope, just
like
those.
anything? You know what I'm getting at though. Looking for something to like stick and hit that stupid claw thing with to see if it jumps out and grabs at it.
Maybe somebody wants to smash up one of those treasure chests.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll
Sure.
smash up a chest.
Okay. And go over and use that to try to open the
Yeah, and
door.
I'll when I look at it, I'll smile at those guys and say, "Fool me once," and I'll slowly and peckishly kind of stab at it with the stick.
Okay. Yeah, and you can get it to eventually turn and open, and nothing happens. No crushing, cracking sounds.
Hmm.
Hmm, that was an expensive
Looking,
lesson.
looking into the room, it's another 10 by 10 foot room. You can see a table along the east wall with a rack on it filled with beakers of odd liquids.
Hmm. I fancy myself a doctor. I'll go take a look.
You go walk in the room.
A doctor, and I'll hold out. I'll take the piece of the stone from my pocket and say, maybe one of those will turn this into a coin.
Ah, yes, very good.
Okay, Dr. Venatori takes a few steps into the room and a portcullis slams down in the
Okay.
doorway, barring him in the room.
I scream like a girl, ah! And jump back, cower on the ground.
Can the portcullis be raised?
um,
I'm here for good.
I'm just looking to see here. Okay, you hear the crashing sound.
No one knows why the portcullis murders men.
Lust for power? Greed?
Percy shakes his head.
Okay.
I knew we should have turned back when we saw the first portcullis. Damn it, Percy! Why do
No,
you never learn?
you
Damn it!
cannot. You try, and you can't lift it.
Okay, I'll have a look
On
around the
the
room.
table, there are 3 dozen beakers. Most of them are open and their contents long evaporated. The rest, and there are 8 of them, are stoppered with cork and wax. One of them is blood red liquid. One is a clear liquid with what looks like floating animal bits in it. One is an emerald green liquid. One is a gold liquid. One is an orange liquid. Uh, and kind of almost like a light. It seems to kind of like this is orange liquid light. I take it that means that it's just very light orange color. One is a puke green color. One is sky blue, and another very light violet liquid.
Okay. Well, I have it a 5 intelligence. So I reckon one of these has to heal me. So
Perhaps
I'm going to begin with blood red.
drink the blood red one.
Drink it.
Okay, you drink the whole thing, or
Yep, down
see
in
it.
one.
Yeah. No noticeable effect.
Okay, very good. Then I guess gold seems like it might be helpful.
Try the gold one, Percy.
So chug down the gold one.
Yep.
You're Percy. Venatori, you drink the gold one,
Mm-hmm.
and you immediately grow breasts. Big
Sweet.
old double D breasts.
Jackpot!
Jackpot indeed.
You may
Yeah.
be trapped in a workshop, but hey, you can play with yourself now.
Got some entertainment. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with sky blue.
Sky blue. So you drink that down, and guys, you can notice this from outside too. He immediately develops a horrendous body odor.
Okay.
Percy,
He's rank.
Percy
You can
goes,
stand on the other side of the room and still smell it.
jackpot!
Okay. Let's go with the clear with bits.
Drink the clear one with bits, and you shrink down to 2 inches tall.
Motherfucker.
Excellent. Now you can get out the portcullis.
Yeah, but I'm gonna. Oh god. So I can't reach the rest of the potions, right?
But also, now that he's shrunk, he's going to smell less.
You would think so, but you can still smell them from across the room.
But not as badly.
So maybe just in case your character somehow survives this this place, Lloyd, just keep track of the fact that you have a horrendous body odor.
Yep, I've written it all down.
You will no longer be able to surprise enemies that have any sense of smell, and random encounters occur twice as frequently. You have breasts. You're currently 2 inches tall. And you are completely intolerable to dogs. Any dogs will immediately attack you on sight, and they will bark and howl incessantly if they can't get to you.
What was the red, was it?
Yeah, that's what the blood red one did. Just in case you someone get out of here.
Well, I guess I can't reach the rest of them.
No, you can't. You're 2 inches tall. You
Right.
could reach them. What are you going to do? Swim in them?
Yeah.
You'd have to try to climb up this desk, and it'd be pretty treacherous, pretty dangerous, and you don't know how long this is going to last.
That's true.
Not looking tempting.
I guess I'll walk out through the portcullis.
Yeah.
You can do so. Your torch, by the way, is a little bit beyond the halfway point now, burnt, just so you know. Silas?
Okay. Well, I guess probably one of us should put him in our pocket, really, shouldn't we?
If you want. Is that an offer, Silas? You can pick him up and put him in your pocket?
Yeah, I'll put him in my pocket.
Yeah, you can do that. You're his friend. You don't mind the smell.
Percy will bend down and say, "You sure about this?"
My possessions also shrunk.
Yeah, everything's shrunk.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so I'll grab him by the back of the neck and eat him. No, I'm just kidding. I'll put him in my pocket.
Crunch.
Is there still an opened bottle of wine that hasn't fully been drunk?
He's got 2 open or unopened bottles of wine.
Oh,
open
no.
bottles. Sorry, open bottles. There's only one, but he had it on him, so it shrunk down with him.
Yeah, he fucked us, man. All the china's shrunk too.
But Andrew has 2 unopened bottles of wine.
Maybe it's worth opening one of the bottles of wine and pouring it over him just to try to take some of that smell away.
Yeah, I like the idea of that.
Roll me
So
any die.
Ultra Hound.
I'll lay him back down. Any die doesn't matter.
Any die, yeah.
Okay. I got a crotch on the hit location dice.
Oh shit. Sorry, would that be low or high?
I'd say that's a high roll.
That's a high roll? Okay. You pour wine over him.
Yeah.
You have 1 bottle left.
Well, we weren't going to pour. He's only 2 inches. We don't need to pour all of the bottle of wine over him.
True.
Is he?
Just
What's
You
his
only have
reaction?
1 unopened bottle left, anyway.
What's your reaction while I'm pouring the wine on you? Are you like gurgling and trying to protest?
I'm trying not to
Yeah.
drown.
I dumped the whole thing then. But, I mean, let's be real.
Okay, roll a non-magic save for me there, Lloyd.
Oh god. Okay, I'm good at this. 2 6s. 2 6s.
Okay. You managed not to swallow any of the wine and become drunk.
Does he still smell?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Now he smells like really stinky wine.
So I'll turn to Silas and say, should I dump the other bottle?
No. Let's hang on to that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll look
Right.
down at him and say, you stink.
But at least you're only 2 inches tall. So go back upstairs.
Yeah, I'll put them in my pocket and then let's get out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm aware of my smell, I guess, right? So I'm pretty on top of
Yeah,
my situation.
you're aware of it. It doesn't bother you as much as it bothers them, but yeah, you're aware of it.
I've had stinkier things in my pockets. Don't worry.
Yeah. So you go back up, and you're back up in that kind of, was it like a sitting room? You've got the stairs, which kind of spiral up. You've got the other trap door that was underneath the boxes, and
Should we
that's
go
about
up?
it. Otherwise, you go back to the room where you came in. There was a door on the west wall in that room that you first came in, the foyer as well.
Should we go up? It's a tower.
Yeah, let's go up.
You're going to go up the stairs, and that will bring you up to room 7. Does anybody want to take a quick bio, or will we carry on?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, sure. Just take a quick couple minutes. If anybody needs to refresh their drinks, use the toilet, blah, 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 blah. This Lamentations adventure is brought to you by Fantastic Dimensions. Anybody watching this probably already is a member of the Tabletop RPG One Shot group on Facebook, but if you're not, by all means, you should be. It's where we organize a lot of games like this. We've got over 4,000 members on there. Even if only 10% of them are active gamers, we still have literally hundreds of active gamers playing all sorts of different games. You can also check out the Lamentations of the Flame Princess group on Facebook, which Dave here runs. It is obviously a Lamentation-centric group where they do lots of discussions about the books and the games. And also, I know Dave's quite fond, posts a lot of artwork and imagery and inspirational kind of stuff in there for Lamentations type scenarios and things of that sort. It's a lot of fun. It's actually one of the most civilized groups on Facebook as well. A few hundred members. I think he's up around 400 members now, and I've yet to see any drama or any fights break out there in the Lamentations group. So yeah, that's my advertisements and plugs, I guess, for this little break. What else can I say? Andrew and I are hoping to kick off a OSG podcast soon called The Two Towers, where we will talk about just all kinds of, OSG one-shot group related issues, whether it's controversies, games, um, any kind of news really that applies within or to the group. So it should be a lot of fun. Don't know yet quite what to expect. It's going to all be here on YouTube, though. It will be a video podcast. So when I have more details and we get the channel rolling for that, it'll be on an independent channel. I'll make sure to advertise that within the one-shot group itself, seeing as it probably won't be very interesting to people who aren't members of the group. But who knows? Maybe somebody will see it and then decide to join the group afterwards. So these rules that we're using, this is from the playtest document, as I said, for potential things for the next edition of Lamentations. So the saving throws are a bit different. You roll a number of d6s based upon what your score is to the relevant attribute, and you have to roll 2 6s at least to succeed. 1 6 is a partial success, and no 6s is a failure on saving throws. There's only 2 types. There are magic saves and non-magic saves. And the relevant scores for those are charisma and wisdom, respectively. Other playtest rules that have come into effect so far. Let's see, we're using obviously the playtest weapon damage, where all weapons do a d8 damage. However, armor modifiers are doubled against minor or small weapons, and they're halved against great or large weapons like pole arms and such. What else? I already discussed a little bit of detail about the stuff for spells. So all spells are now first level. You can also cast spells beyond your limited amount based upon your level. However, every time you do so, you have the whole chance of something going wrong or the spell not working, etc. So that's kind of interesting. Makes the whole idea anyway to the game, I think, is meant to make first level characters a lot more um, competent in some ways. I think the realization is probably that most Lamentations games are very low level. We've played, I don't know, maybe 15 sessions or so, at least 15 or 16 sessions with my group, and I've never seen a character get past fourth level. So yeah, you know. We've been pretty lucky with the saving throw so far, Dave. Nobody has died outright yet.
No, not yet.
One guy suffered a crippling injury to his left hand, but that happens. Could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a lot worse.
What do you think of it so far, Lloyd?
Like it. I definitely missed the strength influencing more than just your carrying stuff. But I guess like fighters just getting flat +2 and increasing upwards as your level is fine. But I guess the difference is, like you were saying with first level characters, if you had high strength at first level, then you're pretty competent at fighting, and that's kind of gone now.
Right, so if you're playing a specialist or a magic user, you're never going to have more than that like +1 or +2 modifier that you start off with at first level, and that's it.
I like having the skill points. So like with the
I really like the skill points. Yeah, I like
firearms.
I like the skill system as well. You roll a d6, add your skill modifier, and if you get a 6 or higher, you succeed. That's really cool. And there's some cool new skills added too. There's a leadership skill, which can be used to affect your morale or loyalty rolls for minions and henchmen and such. You can also you have luck, which allows you to make rerolls. I wonder if Andrew forgot about that he's got luck.
Maybe.
He could have re-rolled the saving throw. I bet he has. I forgot about it until just now reading it. And then there's a seamanship skill, which there's not much detail in the playtest packet so far about it. It just says that it's essentially bushcraft for sea travel, but more rules to come down the line.
And not much use in a wizard's tower, to be honest.
Yeah, true. And then the medicine skill, which allows you to kind of like, on a successful roll, you can double your healing for a day. Whereas on a failed roll, you could end up causing more harm. Andrew, I think I was just saying, we're talking about the skills and stuff. Did you forget about your luck?
No, I know I still got it.
Okay, because you could have maybe re-rolled the saving throw or something, earlier.
No biggie.
Fair enough. Saving it for do or die moments, yeah.
I'm going to wait till I see what looks like to be the most dangerous thing and then use all of them.
Cool. Okay, so I guess we're ready to carry on. You guys are going up to room 7. So you're up now to basically the second level of the tower itself, at least from the entrance point, or first floor, I guess, if you're from Europe. But tower level 2, room 7 is it's basically about half the tower again, only this time it's the western half, not the northern half as it was on the floor below. There's the stairs leading up, and then there's more stairs leading up beyond this level. On the eastern side of the room, there's like a 10-foot long hallway with 2 doors on the right of it and 1 door on the left. This room itself in the center has a table with 4 chairs. In the southern area, there's a stone oven with a ventilation shaft that seems to run outside. Various empty cooking pots are in a cabinet beside the oven. And the stairs in the southwest kind of corner here that lead upwards have a tiny trickle of blood oozing down them.
My goodness.
God, it's a river of blood.
Tools for cooking confections. And I'll walk over to the oven.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll open it up. What's inside?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm. There ingredients sitting around? Nothing at all?
No, not really. No, just implements, but no.
No one around here ever eat? Percy's stomach is kind of growling.
Just those cooking pots in the cabinet. They don't look to be valuable or anything.
So, and then the only other the stairs. The stairs
leading up, yep, with the little tiny trickle of blood running down them. And then there's a little hall on the eastern edge of the room, on the eastern edge of this floor, I should say. And it's got 2 doors on the right and 1 door on the left.
Okay. Check out the doors, maybe.
Okay. Which one?
What kind of handles have they got on?
There's no claws or serpent handles or anything like that. They're just like plain, simple little knobs.
Okay.
Like I said, there's 1 on the left and there's 2 on the right. They must lead to relatively small rooms, you figure, just based on the, dimensions of the tower itself.
Which one should we try?
What do you think, Venatori? And I'll hold you out.
I'll look around. I'll notice the torrent river of blood pouring down the stairs at an alarming rate.
There's no space.
It's just a tiny trickle of blood.
Yeah, but I'm a tiny little man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're 2 inches tall.
Oh, Jesus, the river of blood.
I forgot you're 2 inches tall.
Yeah, I mean, I have no input. I don't know. I'm tiny.
I'm just going to sit you on my
shoulder. Would you like
shoulder.
a GM recommendation?
Yeah.
Is there any space under the door that we could put him under to go and look inside?
Sure. Which door?
The one on the left.
The one on the left. You gonna go through there, Venatori? They're trying to push you under the door to see what's on the other side.
Okay, sure. I'll peek.
It's pitch black. Can't see anything.
No.
Okay. I'll light a tiny torch.
Light a little tiny torch.
Yeah.
I give him a match.
Yeah, that'll work.
Well, yeah, you have to. It's cavernous to you since you're so small. So you walk in quite a ways, and eventually you come to this gigantic bedpost. You figure it's the one side of a bed. It's in pretty bad repair. There is a nightstand beside it. You can also see way up above your head looks like there's some kind of shelving along the east wall, but you can't see what's on there from down here with your tiny little torch.
Okay. I'll go back under the door and tell them it's a bedroom.
Okay.
There's some shelves. I couldn't see what's on them. There's a bed.
It's a what?
Do you put out your tiny little torch, or do you keep burning?
Oh, I'm going to keep it burning.
Yeah, keep it and check out the 2 other doors.
No, I'm just slave labor. I see how it is. Like, pick me up and flick me under another doorway.
The other 2 doors are basically just narrow sleeping cubicles.
Okay.
They each have a bed at the far end and a very small closed drawer near the door. Of course, they look huge to you. But that's really all you see. The beds are also in really bad repair, like broken down and
Okay.
partially collapsed.
Yeah, I'll just tell them that. I would say we go to the bedroom.
Yeah. So I'm going to say now this has been about another 20 minutes total since you left the basement room. Your torch has about 10 minutes left on it there, Silas.
Okay. I've got another torch in case we need it.
That's good.
Okay. I'm going to open the bedroom door.
Which one?
The big bedroom.
Big one, yeah. Okay, and as you can look in with Silas's torch, you can see it better than what poor little Venatori can see. The room is bare aside from a ruined bed and a nightstand. There are empty shelves against the east wall. An equally a rotting mattress, I guess, kind of sitting on top of the ruined bed.
I'm gonna pick up Venatori and throw him on the bed.
Lloyd, I'm getting that weird feedback, I think, from your thing again. Yeah, it was. You toss Venatori onto the bed, you said?
Yeah. No, I don't like throw him like a baseball. I throw him like a,
Like a softball?
no, well, no, not that quick. Those sandbags that people throw? Or like throwing like a horse hoof. That's how I throw him.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
Whoa!
Roll a saving throw, Venatori. Non-magic.
No sixes.
No sixes?
No.
You go right through the rotten mattress, whack yourself off of a spring, and take 1 point of damage.
I'm dead.
And you're at 0 hit points.
Son
And
of
the
a
last
bitch.
thing you see as you fall through this mattress and whack your head off the spring and you lay down, you feel the blood pouring from your head, and you're looking at a key. A giant key.
Okay.
Is
I'm
the
not
last
going to
thing
say
you see as
anything.
you lose consciousness.
My last
You go
squeak words.
unconscious.
My
Yeah.
last squeak words are just going to be, "Fuck you, Percy."
And we'll go, what did he say?
Sounded angry.
Did you hear something?
So yeah, you toss him onto it, and you just see him go right through the rotten mattress, and you hear a little twang, and then "fuck you, Percy."
Well, I'll look at Silas and say, I'm glad I didn't jump on it.
So should we check down through the mattress, because if we heard some kind of noise as he hit it.
There could be
Yeah.
treasure in there, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
down through the gap in the bed to see what's
You
by
hold
it.
the torch over so you can kind of see.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can see Percy, or not Percy, sorry, you see Venatori laying down there. And kind of next to him, you see something reflecting light, like a glint of metal.
And that's under the bed, is it? Is it under the bed on the floor?
No. It's kind of like basically it's under the mattress, but the mattress is all rotten out inside. So
Hmm.
Is Venatori dead?
he's not moving. There's a little tiny trickle of blood coming out of his head.
I'm gonna reach in and pick him up.
Yeah.
Okay. He's hanging there limply.
Doesn't look dead.
Yeah, if you look closely, you can see his little chest puffing occasionally,
Ah,
still breathing.
can we just pull off a little bit of material from our clothes and just put it around his little head just to stop him bleeding? Using medicine skill.
Yeah, roll it.
Yeah. And then once we've done that, we just like,
Give me a roll on it.
what do I need to roll?
You roll d6 plus your medicine skill.
Okay, my medicine skill is +1. So hang on.
As a boy, my dad gave me a doll.
Just on
She got
3.
crushed by a portcullis.
So you got a 3.
Yeah.
What happens when you fail in medicine? Check on your poor little frail friend here. Failed medicine checks. Where is it here? Here we go. A failure, if the patient has less than half their hit points, requires a saving throw by the patient. Saving throw, non-magic, Venatori.
Zero sixes.
So he takes 1d8 further damage.
I have 66 for this.
He takes another point of damage.
Okay.
-1.
So
So now you have to make another saving throw, please. Same again.
okay, surely this time. 1-6.
You got a partial save. So you're still unconscious. And what's your maximum hit point total?
8.
It's now 7.
Okay.
No, not like that, Silas. Tighter. And I want to try to bind the wound.
Oh, God. Roll a medicine check on poor tiny little Venatori.
Now, what is the check when you have nothing in it? Just
There's a d6 plus 0.
okay.
You have 6 to succeed.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. So you patch him up. He'll regain hit points at double rate once he rests.
I'm doing it with one hand too, mind you.
There you
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Making sure I don't pop his fucking head off.
Yeah, you're much more gentle. You see, Silas like tweaked his arm pretty bad there, and like wrenched his arm out of the socket when he was doing it. That's why he hurt him more. But you managed to pop that little arm back in.
Oh, right. It was done with the best of intention. We meant well.
He might make it. I'll take him with us. Beckett's not going to be happy.
Yep, you might.
Where is old Beckett, anyways?
Who is Beckett? Is Beckett your other character, Lloyd?
Yeah, why don't you tell us who Beckett is, Lloyd?
No, I'll just remain dead for the rest of the game. That's much more fun.
What we obviously saw the metallic thing next to him, so we get a closer look at that.
Oh, it's a key.
Oh, okay. We take the key.
Yep, you now have the key.
Cool. What kind of?
But at what cost?
What you mean, squashing the little man?
You guys seem so upset.
He's gonna pull through, and I look at him laying on my shoulder.
But he's like 2 inches, so he's kind of funny at the moment because he's just like having a mini man.
On the nightstand beside the bed, there is a book.
Ooh, what kind of
I
book?
must have missed that before. It's a diary.
Should we read it?
Yeah, sounds juicy.
Have a look in there, flipping through it. You see it is the diary of one Argyle Timmins, who claims to have been the head servant of this tower, the head servant to the master, a wizard by the name of Sir Uravulan Calcidius.
Okay.
The diary primarily is just a record of Argyle's day-to-day activities. A lot of running errands for the wizard, overseeing the 2 lesser servants who did all the manual work, like cooking and cleaning. The final notes, however, dated 59 years ago, describe how the wizard had become murderous and cruel. Argyle writes of his plans to flee this place, and the diary ends there.
So nothing else inside the diary. That's it, is it?
No.
Okay.
A lot of really boring day-to-day shit about errands and such.
What kind of key is it?
It's a door key of some kind.
Okay, well, obviously we'll keep that.
Perhaps we should go check those other.
That large kind of iron size that would use to open the door. It's not like a tiny little padlock key or anything of that sort.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check one of the other rooms, one of the small sleeping cubicles.
Yeah. Have you got your little friend in your pocket now? Have you?
Yeah, he's like laying on my shoulder.
Okay.
What happens if you...
Silas, your torch is burning out.
Okay, I'll light the other torch.
So as you're going into one of the little cubicles, Venatori grows back to full size.
On your
See?
shoulder.
I'm glad I didn't put him in my pocket.
Crush Percy to death.
In your dreams. I'm so fat. No chance.
So this narrow sleeping cubicle has a bed at the far end, a small closed drawer near the door. The bed is long broken down and useless, and the closed drawer is empty. There is nothing of interest in this room, except for your sleeping friend on your shoulder, who I will say now can make a non-magic save, please, Venatori.
Nope.
Nope, he continues to be unconscious.
Fuck's sake.
We
I have
leave him on the
66, and I've rolled like 3 6s total out of 6 saves. Or something.
should
Wow.
we put him on the bed.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
let's sit him on the bed.
Yeah, you can set him on the bed. I'm gonna just gonna leave him there for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lloyd, do you want to bring in your second character?
I guess. I mean, he'll come back eventually, right, Venatori?
Oh yeah. In theory, he's gonna.
In theory, yeah.
However, with the hit points he's lost, it's gonna be at least probably a day before he regains consciousness. So.
Okay, I guess then I'll bring the other guy in.
Okay. Beckett. Who is Beckett? You want to give us the quick intro, the 1 or 2 sentences, tell us who he is?
Yeah, he's just like this shit sort of thief, mercenary, out for number one kind of guy.
Okay. And he's been trailing these guys because one of them owes him money or something, or what?
Well, he's he's figured generally on these sort of expeditions, not all of them make it back. In fact, usually none of them make it back. And he's made a living of picking up the stuff that they leave behind once the monster has left the dead.
Gotcha. Okay. And so what does he do when he comes to the big area in front of the tower? Ash and gray. And...
Yeah, he would, similarly enough, having watched them do it, he'd kind of wait until lightning strikes and then try and leap across.
Yeah, they've been in there over an hour, so...
Yeah.
Okay. Is he wearing any metal armor?
No, he's got leather.
Is he carrying any large objects?
He has a crossbow.
Roll a D100, please.
31.
Okay, yeah, he makes it across no problem and comes up to the doors.
Oh, shit. I'll knock.
Doors open. And I'll just say that he comes in and you can hear the noise upstairs and go up there to where the other 2 adventurers are just kind of checking over the servants' quarters on the next level up. And you see the old scoundrel Beckett has followed you into the tower.
Who goes there?
I'm gonna look around awkwardly, thinking you guys were already dead. Oh, hi. Beckett.
Is that you, Beckett, you little rascal?
Yeah.
Thought we kicked the bucket, huh?
Glad to see you're still doing okay. Where's Venatori? He didn't make it?
He got tired, so we set him down over there on the bed.
Okay. Interesting.
If
He might have
want to.
He might have some stuff on him if you want to go take a look. I mean, it's not doing us any good.
He's not using it.
Is he going to die in his sleep, Beckett?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go in there, pilfer his guns, and then just kind of lean on his throat with my elbow while I take his guns away.
Choke him out?
Yeah.
All right. Yep. You managed to kill your own character.
Yes. Let's go.
And take his stuff. What else did he have on him? He had a bag of china.
He did.
Oh,
He has a bottle
actually,
of wine.
no. Roll me a saving throw, but roll it. No, actually, I want Percy to roll it because he was the one who was carrying him. Percy, roll a non-magic save.
Non-magic. All right, that's 3d6 for me. Nope.
No, the china all shattered when Venatori grew back to full size and the bag fell on the floor.
Nice.
What about the bottle of wine?
Yeah, the bottle of wine too.
Yeah.
The half-drunk bottle of wine.
Well, I'll take his guns anyway.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything else about? He's wearing chainmail.
He's wearing chainmail, yeah. I guess I might as well take that.
How many guns did he have?
You had two.
Okay, well if you're turning up late and you're stealing two guns off him without doing anything for them, then you can have one, but I'm having one as well. That's fair.
Now, come on,
You're not
Tricky Dick.
gonna turn up and help.
I know how Tricky Dick works. You're hoping we're gonna die. We're gonna let you come with us, Beck. But you know, you help us survive. We'll give you half of whatever we find. Well, a third, truth be told. But if we die on the way, you can take what we have. I mean, we don't really. But if you try to kill us, Dick.
Yeah.
That seems more than fair, yeah. And I'll throw one of the pistols in your direction.
And I'm
Right.
gonna point at the now dead person on the bed. You think we don't see that you just killed the guy with your elbow, but we did. We watched you do it.
I killed no man. What are you talking about? I've never killed a man in my life.
Back it, please.
I'm a man of God.
There you go. I load that pistol.
They call you the Vulture. We know what you do, Beckett.
Yeah.
I have an unfair reputation. I'm simply a survivor. I'm usually the one who makes it out, that's all.
I point down at his belt. Beckett, that used to belong to our friend Steve. Point down to his boots, Charles's boots. Come on, Beckett. Come on.
Oh, Beckett. The grave robber, except he doesn't even wait for them to get to the grave to rob them.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. This is good stuff. In the meantime, there is nothing else of any interest apparently on this floor. There are the stairs leading up with the small trickle of blood running down them. And,
I take that moment to load the second pistol that I now have and put that in my belt. Once I've done that.
Second pistol.
Yeah, I got one anyway.
you really got one of his own, yeah.
You son of a bitch.
I didn't say I didn't have a pistol. I just said I was going to have one of the two. He was stealing off our dead friend.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up them stairs.
I draw my sword and follow.
I'll go last.
Okay, you come up to the door at the top of the stairs leading into the next level. The door looks to be firmly locked. The doorknob is in the center of the door with a keyhole just below it. A trail of blood dribbles out of the keyhole on the west side, trickling down the stairs.
What
I'm going
size
to.
keyhole?
Oh, sorry.
What size keyhole is it?
It's it's a door keyhole. Your key would probably fit into it. You
Well,
try to push it in.
Try the key in it.
Okay, as you push that key in, you hear something fall out on the other side and hit the floor with a thud. But your key does not work on this door.
Now, are we led to believe that the key just wasn't right and there's still a locking mechanism, or that the lock itself is suspicious?
The key does not seem to work in this lock. However, the sound, when you push the key through to the other side, you're pretty sure there was a key in the door already, just from the other side, and that you've now pushed it out, and it's fallen on the floor on the other side of this locked door.
Is there any way of getting it from underneath the door?
Well, if you had thought of that 2 minutes ago, you could have probably slid a parchment or something under there to try and knock it onto the parchment and then slid it through that way. As it is, if you had like a friend who was 2 inches tall or something, maybe you might be able to squeeze it.
I was going to say, we thought about it 10 minutes ago. We could have sent our little friend underneath while he was still short and alive.
But I don't know. What do you think? Anything else?
What's this thing in the middle look like? The middle of the door above the keyhole.
The doorknob. It's just a doorknob.
All right.
Kind of.
Fuck me. I'm gonna turn to Silas and go, you guys might want to walk down to the bottom of the stairs. This might not end well.
Yeah, I'm already halfway down.
Okay.
I'm not saying portcullis, but
You still have the trickle of blood coming through the keyhole.
Yeah.
as
Okay.
soon as they clear my vision, it's been fun. I'm
Yeah.
gonna grab it and try to open it.
I'm down the stairs.
Okay, it's locked, so it doesn't open.
Okay, we come back up.
Okay.
So wait, it's locked, but we pushed the locking mechanism out.
No, you just pushed the key out, but the key was in on the other side.
Yeah.
I'll just try to pick the lock, but once again I'll say you might wanna.
We're down the stairs.
Yeah, I'm still down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to pick that lock.
Okay. Make your tinkering check.
Okay, so for me let's roll a d6 plus 4.
Yeah, you have to roll 1.
10. Fucking 10.
Yep. No problem. You pick the lock. You're in the dark now, right? Because you don't have a torch.
It's probably, casting faint light.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Door opens into a large chamber, but you cannot see in.
I come back up, having put my sword away and drawn one of my pistols.
Okay, and as the light starts to spill into the room as he comes up behind you, many things are going to happen. You hear a voice from inside say, "Oh, yes, thank you for coming." And
You're
you can see
welcome.
into the room. Now, just want to make sure I read the description correctly of this room. Where's the actual description of the room? Okay, I'll just look at the map anyway and describe it from there. So this room basically is the entire floor of this tower. Just about a little over 5 feet inside and to the left from the door, there is a circle of salt on the floor. Within the circle, you see an old wizard decked out in old school wizard's type robe and pointy hat. Stars and constellations, in yellow detailing on the robe. He's got a long flowing beard, standing right in the middle of this circle of salt. This is obviously, you can tell by looking around, this is his personal chamber. There's a bed that you can see at the north kind of west part of the room. There's a door on the kind of flat wall on the east side of the room. Let's see what else is there to say about this room. He's talking anyway, which I'll tell you what he says here in just a moment. Just wanted to make sure I give you the full description of the room that I can. That's pretty much it. There's like a little desk on the north end, and there's a couple of shelves on the eastern wall as well. The bed is in the northeast section, but you can tell by looking at it that the formerly fine silks have deteriorated to the point of being useless. Next to the bed is a nightstand, which has a long spent candle on it. Also next to the salt circle, you can see a stand upon which rests a large, flawless, egg-shaped crystal about as large as a man's head. There's the desk along the north wall, has an open book sitting upon it. And I think, let's see if there's anything else I'm missing. Yep, that's it. That's it for this room. I think that's enough. So he continues to talk anyway. Says, "Oh, well, thank God you've come. I was experimenting with demon control techniques, and I got distracted by my apprentice. He was about to make a grave error, and in the confusion, I got stuck here in this containment circle. I guess it must have been the better part of a century by now."
No way.
Anyway, thank God you're here.
Don't you
could you do me a favor and just come here and brush away some of that salt on the floor, please?
Don't you use salt to contain demons?
Yeah.
Yes, this was a containment circle for the demon, and I got trapped inside of it.
Humans
That
wouldn't get
damn
stuck.
apprentice, he took my spell book and left me here.
So
How did you get trapped inside the salt?
I was trying to stop him. He was about to make a grave error, and in the process, I sealed myself in here.
Well, what happened to the demon?
He says, "Damn it, free me now! What are you waiting for? Just, all I'm asking, just brush away some of that salt." He starts pounding on like an invisible circular wall. He goes in.
You are going about this all wrong. The fact that you're a demon isn't a deal breaker.
Free me now, or I will scatter your souls across the cosmos.
You're stuck in that circle.
Sounds like a demon thing to say.
Yeah, that's not exactly kind of winning us over.
Looks like you're stuck in that circle, buddy.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna take this egg, get out of here.
Yeah, what kind of egg?
Sons of bitches. Let me out of here. I'll tear you limb from limb.
How? You're stuck.
I'll kill everyone you know. I'll kill your family. I'll kill your friends. I'll kill everyone you've ever spoken to. Let me out of here.
Don't got no family or friends, Chief.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we're going to leave him inside the salt circle.
I think so.
Well, wait.
This continues to rabble on
Now,
these horrible profanities and.
If you would admit you were a demon, we could at least make our terms. I'm not saying I won't let a demon out.
I'm not a demon, but if I ever get out of here, you'll wish that's all I was.
There you go. Okay, let's just leave him in there. So this egg-shaped crystal. What kind of crystal?
I'm a Ruvaloon Calcidius.
Yeah, that's.
Master of demons. Demons bow before me. Let me out of here.
Yeah. Demons bow before you, but the salt doesn't. So just be quiet.
You got that journal still, Silas? Did you take that, or did you leave it on that nightstand?
I left it.
Would it be reasonable to expect, since he flipped through it and was reading it, that he read something pertinent that only the wizard would know?
No, because it was not written by the wizard. It was written by the servant.
Yeah.
It was written by, but the servant might know something about their master, presumably, that a demon would not, but that the master would definitely know, right?
Perhaps he might have recounted some kind of a personal experience or something.
The servant said that the master was kind of going crazy and going to kill him, wasn't he? Well, that's what he wanted.
He said he was turning kind of homicidal and psychotic, and that he wanted to escape.
Yeah. So that sort of tells us again that's another good reason to leave.
Sounds like the wizard got possessed by a demon. To me,
he just went bad.
I mean, though, like if you're, like, does he like, I don't know, salt in his soup or something like that? Just saying, if we know exactly what it is we're dealing with, like dealing with a crazy wizard is a bit different than dealing with a demon.
Yeah, but either way, we need to leave him in the salt circle.
Yeah. I'm not saying let him loose, but
no, he's just a problem. So while he's in the salt, he's not a problem.
I would like to approach the circle and just say, "What's in it for me?"
You gotta be kidding me, Beckett.
Yeah. At which point I'm pointing my pistol at you, saying, "This is in it for you if you don't keep away from the salt circle."
He says, "Just nudge the salt with your foot. I'll break free of here. I'll kill them. I'll let you live."
Just life? I want more than that.
You can have all of their goods.
More than that. You've been stuck here for 100 years.
You
Hey, Beckett.
treacherous son of a bitch! Just brush the salt away with your foot. Are you fucking stupid? Let me out of here!
Beckett, you're a looter. Loot his tower.
Yeah.
There's no deal here, demon. I mean, you could have offered me anything. Instead, you just offered me loot that I'm going to get anyway.
Exactly.
Come on. This is an amateur hour over here.
I want to check out this crystal. What's this crystal about?
It is a very, very valuable looking crystal. Like I said, it's egg-shaped. It's completely flawless. It's about the size of a person's head.
Okay, let's take it.
I mean, just make sure it's not like within the line of the salt or something.
Percy, that is worth thousands of silver pieces.
That's a good point, though. Like, I'm thinking what Beckett's thinking. What if that's part of the containment somehow?
Mm-hmm.
What, the crystal?
Well, Silas has already picked it up.
Yeah.
Am I still breathing?
Huh?
Are we still breathing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my bag now.
Mm.
He's bagging
Percy.
it.
It's
Percy was
fine.
gonna say valuable.
Exactly. We'll split it once if we get out.
What about this book?
The book. You can check it out there, Beckett.
Yeah, I don't think I can read with a 7 intelligence, but
It has a really strange leathery kind of binding on it, but it's not quite leather. You're pretty sure.
probably like elephant or something. Probably worth a lot of money. That's what I'm
Might
thinking.
be. Can you read at all?
I don't know, 7 int, do you think?
Yeah.
It's only slightly below average.
Okay, sure.
The book is titled Communications and Signaling the Beyond. Silas, you gonna take a look at it as well?
Sure.
You're the more literate of the group, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen books like this before. Yeah, that's not leather, that's human skin.
Oh, okay.
You've seen this before on like forbidden tomes of, eldritch lore and such. If you just kind of flip through the book real quick, it looks like a theoretical text about communicating with space aliens.
Is it a spell book or an instruction book or just a
No,
diary?
it's just a theoretical text.
Okay.
Like, that can't be. The Earth is flat, so
Exactly. Nothing else in the book of any use?
God damn it, let me out of here!
Yeah. Sure.
No, nothing else in the book of any interest. There is the door on the eastern wall.
You try that?
I do believe it's a door. Let me just double check here. What is that? Yep. You open it up. There is a shaft. It seems to open up too. On the north wall of the shaft, you see a dial with 5 numbers on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The dial is currently not pointing to any of them. There is a disc floating in midair, not touching any surface, just kind of inside the shaft, right next to the dial.
So there's a lift shaft with a dial,
Looks like maybe, yeah.
and the dial's on. And it was dial.
The dial's not pointing at any numbers right now.
There's no numbers on the dial, did you say?
No, there are numbers, but the dial is currently not pointing at any of them, is what I meant to say. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Miscommunicated that. Looks like probably about 2 people could stand on that disc at once.
Well, go ahead, guys.
Can you try it?
Try what? What are you going to do?
Can we? Do we have to be in the shaft to turn the dial?
No, you can probably reach across and turn it. Do you want to try to do so? I mean, you have to reach in to do so, but yeah, you don't have to stand on the disc to do it.
What do you think?
Nothing to lose.
I'll stand on the disc.
You step in and stand on the disc, okay, it still
Yeah.
continues to hover there with you standing on it.
Turn the dial.
What number do you turn it to? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
Maybe is it the number of floors in a tower or something like that? In which case, 1 would be at the bottom and 5 would be at the top, I guess. If that's what it was. 5.
Turn it to 5, and the disc immediately starts to float up with Silas on it, and the two of you are left standing in the room with the screaming wizard. So it goes up and up and up. Let me see where it deposits you at. Hold on a second here. I actually got to look at the map again to find the room number. Boom. There we go. So it takes you up to a room that again takes up the entire level of the tower. On the north side of this of the tower here anyway, Silas, you see a pod, a sizable dome sitting on the floor. To the left of that, there is a control panel with a number of switches and buttons on it. To the right of it is a podium upon which is a large open book. In the southern area of the room, in the floor, there is a pool of liquid with fish swimming in it. Against the wall to the southwest are large storage bins. On the east side of the room is the levitation shaft, which you're currently standing in. And up here now you can now see the kind of exposed mechanism of the shaft. The roof is made of a bright blue series of arched overlapping metal plates. Yeah. So the mechanism of the shaft, in a way, you can see it seems to consist of great columns of machinery, a great many gears and pulleys and cords. Yeah.
If I step off the disc into the room,
you notice too that the dial has now moved away again, is no longer pointing at anything. Not pointing at any of the numbers. Once it took you up to this floor, it snapped back to a neutral position.
and it was on that same neutral position when it was on the lower floor.
Oh, by the way, I presume you're burning your second torch now, correct?
Yeah.
So you guys are now left in the dark, just so you know. I presume you're going to probably want to light a torch or something. You're left in the dark with this screaming wizard. So carry on, Silas, sorry.
When I stepped on the disc when it was on the lower floor, the dial was on a neutral position there, was it?
It was, yes. It's now back in that neutral position again as it just sits here floating here at the level 5, as you presume, since you turned it to 5.
And how many levels did I come up?
How many levels did you go up? I think you went up about 2 levels.
2. So I'm guessing that they're still on level 3. So I can reach in and turn it to level 3.
Okay, you reach in, turn it to level 3, and after a moment it begins to go down out of your sight. You said you're going to go downstairs and get the servant's journal, Percy, yeah?
Yep, I am.
Okay, it's just 1 level down anyway.
The second he leaves, I'm over at the demon again, and I'm like, "Hey, look, listen, I wanted to get you out of here, buddy, but if you can, like, sweeten the deal for me somehow, like, I mean, just literally any reason at all for me to do this, I'll be your man."
Name your price.
Um,
I'm a very powerful wizard.
I want to live forever.
Deal.
Do we have a contract or something?
Do I look like I have a quill and paper?
Well, how do I know you're going to stick to your word?
I will swear it on the most what's the word he's looking for here? The most sacred of all wizard vows. I'll give you my word, lest Dreadlord Cthulhu strike me down.
Okay, and you won't kill me.
I will not harm a hair on your head.
Okay, and you won't blow up the tower we're in, thus killing me.
This is my tower. I have a job to complete. I need this tower. Of course I won't blow up the tower.
Through no actions of yours will I come to die.
Through no action of mine shall you come to any harm.
Okay. Okay. I
I
kicked
swear it.
kick the sand.
Okay, you do so, and he immediately starts to cast a spell.
Shit. Well,
Roll
I'm dead.
initiative.
You told me I'd live forever.
What'd you get on your initiative?
5.
Okay, so he gets the initiative. Roll a saving throw versus magic, please.
Well, that's charisma, is it?
Yes, it is based on your charisma.
Nope. 0.
Okay. You are completely disintegrated, leaving behind absolutely no evidence that you or any of your possessions ever existed.
Good.
Well, that's justice.
I'm so glad I got that extra pistol off you.
Now, Andrew, you get the journal.
Yeah, and I would like walk right back up into it blind like a fool. And holding the book down as I'm coming up the stairs, I'm already starting to shout out, I'm going to prove you are a demon. And I walk to the top stair.
Nice. When you get to the top stair, he looks at you, and he utters a word, a single word of power. Please roll a saving throw versus magic.
Oh, portcullis. So my magic one is, okay, 46. Nope, all fails.
Yep, he utters a single word, and yeah, you are instantly killed. Actually, technically, this says there is no saving throw against the spell, but I let's roll a saving throw anyway. Power word kill.
So what happens is I go, oh, portcullis, and then my body just blows away into dust down the staircase. And I drop the journal.
And then the lift.
Bing!
At his level. As he approaches it. Silas, what are you doing?
I'm still upstairs, aren't I?
You are indeed, yep. You're up there in the room as it described. So
Now, would I have heard what was going on downstairs?
no, you can't hear anything down there from here.
Okay.
If you could, you might notice that the wizard is no longer screaming, but you can't, so.
Okay. So I'm going to be checking out the room, aren't I?
Yep. So like I said again, you've got that pod on the north side of the tower, which is a sizable dome sitting on the floor. Left of it, there's a control panel with a number of switches and buttons. To the right of it is the podium, upon which there is a large open book. The southern area of the room has a pool of liquid in the floor, which has some kind of fish swimming in it, looks like. Against the wall to the southwest, there are large storage bins. The roof is made of a bright blue series of arched overlapping metal plates.
I guess I'll take a look at the book.
The book.
Yeah.
It's open. You can turn it and look at the cover.
Huh?
It is titled Flora and Fauna of Necropoli Centauri. The page that it's open to describes how inhabitants of a particular outer sphere transmit magical knowledge. On this page, there's an illustration of a thing looking like a cross between a mandrake root and a moss patch. Just flipping through, anyway, the book looks to be a highly verbose, lengthy work, and certainly not something that can be understood from a casual page through.
So there's the book, there's the dome thing on the floor, there's the control panels, there's the thing on the floor with fish in it.
Oh, there's a strange pool of liquid on the floor with some. As you look at the fish, they're very bizarre looking. It's like a really fat, almost balloon-like fish with this weird lighting, like little pod coming off the head of it, and it has a big kind of, almost like a pursed lips kind of looking mouth. No eyes that you can see. It has almost like mustache-like tendrils.
Okay. I won't touch them or anything.
Doesn't look like any kind of fish you've ever seen before. You can touch them if you want to.
No. No, it's okay. I don't like fish.
Okay.
Especially ones that look weird. I'll leave them for now.
Okay. As you wish.
So there's the book, fish, the dome, the control panel. What else was there?
Yeah, there's a control panel, the book, there was the storage crates in the southwest corner, and there was the pool with the fish in it. Yeah.
Storage crates. I'll check out the storage crates.
Okay, you'll be over to looking at the storage crates as the wizard comes up to your level, I'll say. The storage bins in the southwest corner are 2 large tin containers. There's one on the left and one on the right. Which one are you looking in when the wizard arrives?
Do I hear him coming up?
No, not yet. You'll hear him when he does arrive.
Alright, the one on the right.
The one on the right, the container on the right has a small amount, maybe about 20 musket shots worth of gunpowder. And then you hear as the mechanism stops and somebody arrives on the level.
I'll glance back to see.
You glance back and see the mad wizard stepping off of the elevator mechanism.
Okay.
And looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
He's pulling a gem out of a pouch on his belt.
I've got one good spell. And I'm going to try and cast it.
Okay, we will roll initiative.
D10.
He's on 5.
Damn it, 2.
Okay. So he utters a trigger word as he's holding this gem. I need you to make a saving throw versus magic.
Do I get a +2 on that?
+2 for what?
Do I get a modifier for that?
No. It's your save throw versus magic should be just based on your charisma. Why would you have a +2 modifier?
No, because of intelligence.
No. Your intelligence doesn't affect.
Okay.
It's just your charisma for magic saves.
So what do I need?
You need to roll 2 6s. What's your charisma?
6.
Your charisma's a 6?
Hmm.
Oh no. So what's your dice pool for your charisma save?
Is that magical device or effect?
No. This is from the playtest rules. Hold on a second here. Let's see here.
Whatever it is, it's not looking good.
Charisma of 6, you get 3d6. You roll 3d6, you need to roll 2 6s.
Four. 1.
Oh no.
3.
He sucks your soul straight out of your body and traps it within the gem. He now has your soul trapped in the gem, and he places it in his pocket. Yeah, he does get to live forever, in theory, until the wizard decides to do something horrible with his soul.
Bullshit.
Bullshit is that you fell for that shit.
Beckett's fault. Scumbag Beckett.
Fuck you guys. That's going to end this adventure, anyway. I mean, you could bring in your 2 backup characters to be devastated by this 13th level wizard if you really wanted to. But
Hey guys, Percy Jr. here. Here, my dad finally got killed by a port call. What?
it would be an exercise in futility. It specifically says here in this adventure module that the wizard is just a trap. He is the wizard. He wasn't a demon. But if you release the wizard, it's game over, one way or the other. Either A, you agree to leave his tower immediately, taking nothing other than what you brought in with you, or B, he kills everybody because you're all first level characters and he's a 13th level wizard.
Ooh, Lloyd didn't even get a choice. Disintegration for him.
Yep. I would have taken it.
No, it says specifically that the only way to get out of there alive is if you release him immediately. Don't try to haggle with him. Don't try, when he says, please just, brush away some of that salt from the circle, you have to do it immediately. Otherwise, he becomes irate and determined to kill you all. He's been imprisoned here for 59 years, unable to even sit down, just standing there in that circle.
I could see how 5 extra minutes when you've been in there 59 years would be the breaking point.
Yeah.
I think having the opportunity of escape dangled before you and then being denied you is what would do it. Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
So we were doing fine until Beckett screwed us.
Pretty much, yeah. Although there was still plenty of other things that
You
could
fucking killed Venatori, so I had to get my revenge somehow.
Yeah, because it was so obvious that it was a rotten bed.
So
You did find the key, so
let's just
Right.
talk about the playtest stuff for a little bit here before we close out the hangout. Any thoughts regarding the new mechanics, etc.? Shouldn't say new mechanics, the playtest mechanics and stuff.
I'd say overall it's good. I think the D6s for saves and stuff is fun. Like it adds. I mean, you were rolling before anyway, but it's kind of a bit more chaotic, I guess. It's kind of good that I think all your stats now give you different dice and stuff. Change the way your dice work, like for hit dice and for all that sort of stuff. I think that's good. Yeah, overall I liked it.
What do you think, Dave?
I think the sixes on the hit dice I'm very skeptical of. So I think then it's turning it into a bit of a lottery. And
The saving throws, you mean, yeah?
yeah, so the probabilities, chances of pulling off that number of sixes, I think, is very, very low.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a much harsher
It's
saving throw system.
It's an already difficult system, and I think that's pushing it to the point of near impossibility. So I think that's one thing I would probably not be a huge fan of in the future. I think there's other areas which are good. I like the initiative is good. I've just put the dead character sheet in my dead character sheet pile. Yeah, I like the initiative. I like the fact that the weapons are all kind of 1d8 primarily. Yeah, I think it's kind of. I think there are some elements which I think push it too far. Again, we had this discussion the other night. You accept with Lamentations that you're not going to sort of level up every time, and you're not going to sort of walk away with all the king's riches.
Sure.
But if you think that every time you play you're going to just die, eventually you just think, well, why bother? So I think that with the saving things, all these sixes, that can push it to the point where you don't really have a chance, and then you sort of think it's this thing of the creator being bored and coming up with another system that basically kills you.
That's kind of how I play the game anyway, is I assume I'm going to die anyway.
Yeah, whereas I think you need a 50-50 chance.
Maybe because I play in Ian's games, but generally I assume that I'm going to die. I don't know.
I think 50-50 is not unreasonable. You know, if you've got a 50% chance of dying, that's if you said to someone, and again I keep picking on D&D 5th edition, if you said to those kind of guys, you've got a 50% chance of dying, they'd probably look at you in horror.
Oh, big time, yeah.
Now, I may be wrong about this, but 3d6s to get a partial success requires 1d6.
Yeah,
So that is a 50% chance statistically of getting a partial success if you roll 3d6s.
Okay.
The way I know that is because if you roll 66s, the odds of you doing it's 100% using when you combine statistics that way, probability. It would take 66s at a 1/6 chance to get 100, so if you roll 3d6s, it's a 50% chance of getting a single d6. So I think what that means is that the d6 system, it's easier to get a partial success, and it's more difficult to get a total success. So you partially fail more often, but you see what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not very good. I'd have to do the math and figure out, but yeah, sounds...
It's easier in one respect, but harder in another respect.
If you have an average ability score between 9 and 12 in either your charisma for magic or your wisdom for non-magic, that gives you 4d6 for your saving throw pool. And you need 1/6 to get a partial success, 2 6s to get a full success.
So a 4d6 would give you a 75% chance. Or not a 75% chance, but what's half of 33? It would be 16.5 plus 50. 60 or 66.5%.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, it's more than that.
2/3, right? Chance.
A 2/3 chance of getting a partial.
It'd be a 2/3, so 66.6. Yeah.
Do dwarves have better saves?
There are no dwarves.
There are no dwarves.
Oh.
There are only fighters, magic users, and specialists. No clerics and no demi-humans.
Oh, weird. Boo. Don't like that.
Look at this though.
They're apparently in the appendix.
He said that they will be in as options in the appendix, but they're not here on the playtest right now.
No.
What do you think in old Lamentations at level 1 is the absolute average saving throw for a magical effect on a d20? Just a guess.
Actually, I could probably look at it right now, but it's...
14.
Yeah. Well, some of them are really low for like dwarves and halflings, right? But
Yeah, halflings are very low.
I'll tell you
like
a here.
14.
So for halfling, it's 14, and elf, it's a 17. A dwarf is a 14. So elves are better at doing magic, but they're also more susceptible to it. That's interesting. Specialist is a 14. Magic user is a 14, and a fighter is an 18.
So that means
14 is probably just about average.
Let's just say 15 for statistical sake. We'll say 16 because then it's even easier. If it's 16,
you have a 25% chance.
Exactly. That means you have a 25% chance not to automatically fail. So what the new system has done is it's broken it up so you don't automatically, it's not you're more likely to fail, but you're more likely to take a partial failure. If that makes sense.
Uh-huh. Which would be half. I was kind of worried that he was going to get a partial success on that last save. Because I'm like, what's a partial success going to be on a Trap the Soul spell?
Well, to be honest, yeah, you're actually, I don't know, it's better. This is less lethal actually now that I think about it. It was confusing when I was looking at it before the game, but it's actually less lethal now, counterintuitively.
For saving throws.
For saving throws, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Anyway, I think we should do some more. Just one playtest. And also, having said this is playtest back at 0.1, I'm sure there's going to be more stuff too that will come out, and different things will change.
I'd be sad to see the demi-humans go and clerics go. I think that'd be sad. I think the way they've done dwarves particularly is really good. So I'd like to see that continue.
Mm-hmm.
I think generally it's fun, but it was fun already.
Again, I think it's not that the demi-humans are being removed. You still
Instead
get
of
the
being
option.
removed from the canon, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, you get the option. If they go into the appendix, they still exist as to whether you want to use them. I think it's interesting that looking at some other similar systems of the sort of the Ultra Renaissance games, they've got sort of a limited, just like Lamentations, they've got a sort of a limited number of character classes. And as we discussed the other night, Carcosa only has 2. So with the new rules here, that he's stripping it down even more and putting demi-humans in the appendix and just having, your basics again, which I think is good, because if you look at other gaming systems, and especially the way that things like D&D advanced, the number of classes is just ridiculous. And they've got Dragonborn and Tiefling and da-da-da and da-da-da. I mean, it's just absurd. And you've got however many different types of magician there are.
Yeah, I mean, I guess people love options. People love the ability to customize their stuff.
Understandable, but I like the fact that you can. Look, I think if you homebrew anything, it's like with I think it's whatever it's swords and wizardry or whatever it is. You've got like a fighter, a hunter. Now a hunter could be a load of different things. It could be a witch hunter, a vampire hunter, whatever. So that's down to you. I think if you strip it down in your homebrewing, then you can add the things. I've come up with this highwayman character. It's almost like the more levels he goes, the more of a liability he becomes. So it's almost like having a cursed character in the party. So I think if you homebrew, you can do all those things anyway. But starting off from a more stripped down variant, which is kind of what he's doing, I think actually ends up giving you more options, strangely.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to say about the playtest stuff?
I would say that as much as I like the 1D, like I like simplified weapons, I think like if all the weapons just do a D8, then you're like why like guns should have a big impact since they take like 10 rounds to reload or whatever. They should, I think, have a bigger impact if there's such a big disadvantage for not using them. I think as well, like not all weapons should do. I don't know. It just seems a bit too simple, and it doesn't really make sense to me in what is otherwise kind of gritty setting that all weapons just do a D8.
Okay. Yeah, I think like really the only difference is that now instead of doing less damage, smaller weapons have less chance to penetrate armor, and bigger weapons instead of doing more damage have a better chance at getting through armor. The damage roll is the same. For guns, I think they were D8 damage anyway. So I don't think that's really changed, if I recall correctly. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't some of the firearms have like armor penetration? I remember now. Yeah. Matchlocks do. So a matchlock weapon ignores 5 points of armor at short range, and at all ranges for a matchlock musket. That's interesting. Would that work for all guns, though? I wonder. I have to go back and read that appendix on guns again. I'm wondering if that's something that carries through for all the different weapon guns or not, But, okay. Cool. Well, thanks for playing. Hope you enjoyed the module, which I just read right before we ran the session, but I will be running again. So I hope nobody watched this that will want to play this module in the future, because I'll probably use it. It'd be a good one for some one-shots and stuff, I think. So, but yeah, I'm going to close out the broadcast in the meantime, and surely we'll do another one of these pretty soon.
Excellent.